Good day to you all and Pax et Bonum. My name is Jared, and today I am going to discuss to you guys my chosen topic for the argumentative speech. It is developed countries have a higher obligation to combat climate change than developing countries. But firstly, what is climate change? According to wired.co.uk, it is a change of climate wherein it is directly or indirectly done by human activity in which it alters the composition of the global atmosphere. If not solved by the following years, our future may be doomed. We may be extinct due to the rise of temperature, and humans and other living organisms may not be able to live in this planet. So, for this speech, I have 2 points. I have 2 points to present to you on why developed countries should carry the burden of solving climate change. Firstly, they have the greatest capacity to combat climate change. Second, and for the second one, developed countries are mostly to be blamed for climate change. For my first point, which is they have the greatest capacity to combat climate change, according to my research, they have the capabilities in making up of technology necessary for making the economy green. Examples of which are solar panels that were made by the Americans. They also have experts which are capable of practicing or testing this kind of technologies. An example of which were the e-jeeps that was presented by the former President Barack Obama of the United States. According to Luce's 2014, the e-jeeps came from the COMET, or the City Optimized Managed Electronic Transport, which the American government provided to us. Obama provided us these technologies for the two following reasons. Firstly, he wanted to solve the carbon emissions and lessen them. Second, it is partially owned by American investors, so the former president decided to present it to us. But even if developed countries have the capacity, technology, and the right people to do this, I think it's not really fair for them to solo work the solution to climate change, because developing countries can also provide work for the solution of solving climate change. For my second point, which is developed countries are mostly to be blamed for climate change. Well, according to the research that I obtained from The Guardian, data shows that from the 1900 to 2004, that the carbon emissions that developed countries are been doing is high, especially for the US. They have a historical share of at least 314,772 metric tons of carbon dioxide, while Germany having 73,625 and UK with 55,163 metric tons of carbon dioxide. For the developing countries, India has 25,054 metric tons of carbon dioxide, Brazil having 9,136, Philippines having 1,833.2, and China with 89,243 metric tons of carbon dioxide. Yes, it is but wise that developed countries should be the ones who solve this climate change. But it is not fair because since the Industrial Revolution, people then did not know that carbon dioxide are also the main contributor of greenhouse gases. So it is but wise to pinpoint the the lacking of developed countries and try to solve the missing cases in which some countries have yet to discover of the carbon footprints that they have done. So after everything that I have told you, it is only but wise that developed countries should be the one who burden climate change, because firstly, they have the greatest capacity to combat climate change due to research capabilities. And for the second one, they are mostly to be blamed for the carbon emission that is being released since the Industrial Revolution. Again, this is Jared talking about why developed countries have a higher obligation to combat climate change than developing countries. Good day to you all.